All right, here's a question where they are asking about the intermediate value theorem. And the intermediate value theorem basically says, if I've got a quadrant here, and if I have 2 points, they have the points -1 and 0. So -1 would be about here, and 0, of course, is right there. So they're saying, what we're wanting to know is if the function or the parabola goes through, if that function there, if there's an x-intercept in between those two. So does the parabola do something and then come down through like that? So I want to know, is there an x-intercept between those 2 points? Now, I should get rid of that graph, whatever. The one that I made, because I don't know if it actually goes through there or not. Anyway, so that's what we want to figure out, is whether it goes through in between those 2 points or not. So what we can do is we can take those 2 points, -1 and 0, and plug it into the function. And if one of them comes out to be, say, a positive number when you plug it in, and the other one comes out to be a negative number, then we know somewhere between -1 and 0 it has to cross. So it can't cross at -1 or 0 unless when you plug those in it comes out to 0. But we can tell whether there's going to be a cross there according to the intermediate value theorem if when you plug -1 into that function, if it comes out to positive, and when you plug a 0 into the same function, if it comes out to be a different sign, then it has to cross somewhere in between there. So let me just show you how to do the first one, if I can read this. It looks like it's 3x cubed plus 2x plus 3. The function looks a little funny, but I think that's what it should be. So to figure out what the value of the function is, say at -1, I would go 3 times -1 cubed plus 2 times -1 plus 3. So -1 cubed is -1 times 3 is -3. 2 times -1 is -2 plus 3. So that comes out to be in a -2. Okay, so now then we'll figure out what the value of the function is when you plug a 0 in. Okay, so 3 times 0 cubed plus 2 times 0 plus 3. 0 cubed is 0, 0 times 3 is 0, plus 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is equal to a positive 3. So there, that's exactly what I was talking about. So if I plug in a -1, I come out to a negative number. So at -1, the point on the graph is -2 right there. Let me use a different color. Right there. That's that point. So the point is -1 and -2. Okay, then at 0, the point is 0 for x and positive 3 for y. So 0 and then positive 3 right up there. So somewhere in between -1 and 0, because this one's negative and this one's positive, somewhere in between those two it has to cross. So it's going to cross, something like that. All right, so that's why it says, let's see, they have different signs. So what does that one say? F1 have opposite signs, therefore does not have a real 0. No, that's not it. F1 and F0 have opposite signs. That's what we found. One was a negative number and one was a positive number. Therefore, there's a real 0 in between them. That's your answer right there. Hopefully that helps you with intermediate value theorem.